I would never give a woman $50,000. I don't care how rich I am.
Yeah.
You know, like you're going to have me for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You're going to already have me investing in you.
Right.
Loving you, protecting you,
Exactly.
providing for you.
Yeah.
Like, inshallah, we have healthy children together.
Yeah.
Like, I would never, any woman that would, alhamdulillah, my wife didn't ask for it.
Alhamdulillah.
If she were to, I wouldn't have married her.
Right.
You know,
It's just,
like,
it doesn't, it's not a sensible thing to, like, just like.
It's really not. And that's another reason, bro. A lot of brothers and sisters are single too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there are some sisters that really will not compromise on anything under 30K. Maybe, and a lot of brothers, like, you know, you're a young brother.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna cough up that much money?
India has been portrayed to be an extremely regressive society when it comes to women's rights. Feminists continue attacking the Hindu traditions, framing them as Brahmanical and patriarchal at large. We are shown as a society where women suffer due to ancient dogma that leads to dowry murders and female feticide. Now let us look around the world a little bit. Every other major civilization has had a history of dowry except India. Arrian and Megasthenes, who came to India in 300 BC, have documented a total absence of the dowry system in India. Al-Biruni has observed the same. What our wine-sipping historians skipped telling us is, dowry was never an Indian custom. It was brought to India by the British. Till the late 19th century, while the British were civilizing us, dowry was a common custom back home in Britain. In India, the wealth of women was transferred from mother to daughter as Stridhan. Rural land was generally not tradable. Movable wealth was controlled exclusively by women. Stridhan gave women a high status in society. The British passed laws that made property tradable and that only males could inherit it. The Raj would confiscate your land if you did not have a male heir. This law made a male child imperative, which our historians chose to blame on backward Hinduism. More spouses are killed in the US for insurance money than in India for dowry. But no one makes insurance murders in the US a cultural crime. Colonial consciousness turns every crime into a crime of native culture, while in the master race, a crime remains an aberration, merely a criminal act. How funny that the West has always mocked India for women's rights, while they were themselves Talibanized until the 19th century.
Literature help. Novels. Plot overview 215. Devdas. Introduction. Devdas by Sharat Chandra was first published in Bengali in 1917. It is a classic romance novel written when the author was only 17 years of age. The novella has been made into movies in many Indian languages including Bengali, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, Urdu, Assamese and Malayalam. It is the most filmed non-epic story in India. Plot overview. Devdas is a young man from a wealthy Bengali Brahmin family in India in the early 1900s. Paro, Parvati, is a young woman from a middle-class Bengali family. The two families lived in a village in Bengal, and Devdas and Paro were childhood friends. Devdas goes away for a couple of years to live and study in the city of Calcutta, now Kolkata. During vacations, he returns to his village. Suddenly both realize their easy comfortability in each other's innocent comradeship has changed to something different. Devdas realizes Parvati is no longer the small girl he knew. Paro looks forward to their childhood love blossoming into their lifelong journey together in marriage. Of course, according to the prevailing social customs, Paro's parents would have to approach Devdas' parents and propose marriage of Paro to Devdas as Paro longed for. Paro's mother approaches Devdas' mother with a marriage proposal. Although Devdas' mother loved Paro very much, she was not so keen on forming an alliance with next door neighbors. Also, Parvati's family had a long-standing tradition of accepting dowry from the groom's family during a marriage rather than sending dowry with the bride, which was established custom and still is in many parts of India. This alternative custom influenced Devdas' mother's decision of not considering Parvati as Devdas' bride, because she considered Paro's family to be trading low-caste family, despite the fact that Parvati, like Devdas, was a Brahmin. The trading label was applied in context of the marriage custom followed by Paro's family. Devdas' father, who also loved the little Paro, did not want Devdas to get married so early in life and was not very keen on the alliance. Paro's father, feeling insulted at the rejection, finds an even richer husband for Paro. When Paro learns of her planned marriage, she stealthily meets Devdas at night, desperately believing that Devdas will accept her hand in marriage. Devdas had never previously considered Paro that way. He feels surprised at Paro's bravery of visiting him alone at night and also feels pain for her. He decides he will tell his father about marrying Paro. Devdas' father disagrees. In a confused state, Devdas then flees to Calcutta, and from there he writes a letter to Paro saying that they were only friends. Within days, however, he realizes that he should have been bolder. He goes back to his village and tells Paro that he is ready to do everything needed to save their love. By now, Paro's marriage plans are in an advanced stage, and she declines going back to Devdas and chides him for his cowardice and vacillation. She makes, however, one request to Devdas, that he would return to her before he dies. Devdas vows to do so. Devdas goes back to Calcutta, and Paro is married off to the betrothed widower with 3 children. He is an elderly gentleman, a zamindar. He had found his house and home so empty and lustreless after his wife's death that he had decided to remarry. He spent most of his day in pujas and looking after the zamindari. In Calcutta, Devdas' carousing friend Chunnilal introduces him to a courtesan named Chandramukhi. Devdas takes to heavy drinking at Chandramukhi's place, but the courtesan falls in love with him and looks after him. His health deteriorates because of a combination of excessive drinking and despair, a drawn-out form of suicide. Within him, he frequently compares Paro and Chandramukhi. Somehow he feels betrayed by Paro, never realizing that she was the one who had loved him first, that she had said it out loud first. He does not realize this, but Chandramukhi does and tells him so. When sober, he would hate Chandramukhi and loathe her presence, so he would drink to forget his prejudices. Chandramukhi saw it all, felt it all, and suffered silently. But she had seen that real man behind the fallen, aimless Devdas he now was, and could not help but love him. Sensing his fast approaching death, Devdas returns to meet Paro to fulfill his vow. He dies at her doorstep on a dark, cold night. On hearing of the death of Devdas, Paro runs towards the door, but her family members prevent her from stepping out of the door. The novella powerfully depicts the prevailing societal customs in Bengal in the early 1900s, which are largely responsible for preventing the happy ending of a sincere love story. Thank you so much for listening to this story.